Section 186. Whenever there is a company, if the company gives any guarantee, if a company gives any guarantee or security, if the company makes any investment, if the company makes any investment, or if the company gives any loan, if the company gives any guarantee or security, write down that only. If write down this as a first point, if company makes or provides, if a company makes investment or if a company provides loan, that is the meaning. Okay, if a company makes or provides guarantee, security, investment, loan, so in short we are seeing this as GILs. Yes. So if a company, I am talking from giving perspective, not from receiving perspective. So if a company is giving a guarantee to someone, sir, what do you mean by guarantee? Assurance. Sir, for example, if one party does not repay the loan, I will repay it to you. Guarantee. Someone is giving you a security, sir, if the same thing, both. If he does not repay the loan, I will repay it on his behalf. Yes. Second one, if the company is making any investment, what is investment we saw? If you are investing in some other company's share, debenture, preference share, investment basically. Or if at all a company is giving any loan, then section 186 will trigger. 186 will apply. What is 186? We'll see. If a company makes or provides all these GILs to any person or body corporate, section 186 shall apply. So whenever basically money is going out from your company, going out from the company, the provisions are applicable. Note, person does not include individual who is in employment of company. Person in this definition does not include a person who is an individual who is in the employment of the company. He doesn't come under that particular purview. Section 186, in that particular scenario, wherever we have written person, in that if you are an employee of the company, you are not included in that definition. Yes? Okay, sir. Now what does the law say about this? Very important. Here, summary, as a summary, what generally happens, there are certain approvals you need to take. Sir, approval for what? Approval whenever you are making GILs. We'll write down. I'm just telling you as a short summary. We'll go to the main aspect. So whenever you are making GILs, giving guarantee, making investment, giving loan to someone or giving security to someone. So whenever I say GILs, that means it is any of these things. Whenever a company is giving GILs, you need to take certain approvals. Sir, what are the approvals? First one is board resolution. Board approval. The directors has to agree for such investment or loan or such thing. The next one is special resolution. The third one is public financial institution. PFI. Yes, special resolution and PFI I have put a asterisk mark. Sir, why we'll see. But in this particular section, the entire scenario revolves around these three people. So these are the approvals to be taken. But sir, when should I take whose approval? We'll see in this particular section. But under this chapter, you will be taking these three people's approval depending on the case to case scenario. Yes? Okay, sir. So second one, write down limits under section 186. %60 of paid up share capital plus free reserve plus securities premium or 100% of free reserve plus securities premium. Have you written this formula somewhere? Okay, now see, what does the law say? The limit which is given under section 186 is whenever you are making a loan, whenever you are giving a guarantee or security, or whenever you are making an investment. Sir, what is the maximum I can make? Again a limit. The limit is 60% of paid up share capital plus free reserve plus security premium, or 100% of free reserve plus security premium, whichever is higher. Sir, how do I calculate this? Now say for example, your equity capital, say for example is 5 lakh. Your preference is say 5 lakh. Your free reserves is say 5 lakh. Your security premium, say assume, is around 2 lakh. Yes. Now how do you calculate this? Now first calculate 60% of paid up capital, free reserves plus security premium. So 17 lakh into 60%, how much is it? Okay, let us take securities premium as 5 lakh. Calculation becomes easy. Okay, 20 lakh into 60%, 10% is 2, 2 6 are 12, 12 lakh. Correct? 60%, okay sir. Or free reserves plus securities premium, 100%. How much? You're calculating, 100% means 10 lakh only, no? Sir, we are intelligent, sir. Okay. So 60% of paid up capital plus free reserve plus security premium, that came to 12 lakh. 100% of free reserve plus security premium, 10 lakh, whichever is higher, that is 12 lakh. The maximum a company can make what? Investment, guarantee, loan, security, maximum is 12 lakh. Whatever you have done in the past plus whatever you want to do today, fresh. So old plus new, old investments, old loans, everything put together, not individual limits, everything in aggregate. Yes, and so aggregate means what? Loan, investment, guarantee, security, everything put together, and old also plus new also, everything put together, the maximum you have authority is 12 lakh. Understood this point? How to make this? Okay, sir. So write down that only. Sir, for what is this limit? If company intends to make or provide gilts, then unanimous approval of board is required. What is unanimous? So write down all or 100% as you guys feel. So unanimous approval of board is required. So what do you mean by unanimous approval of board here? That is board resolution. That is everyone should agree. Okay sir, board resolution. Unanimous approval of board is required. That is board resolution to make guilds as per the above mentioned limits. So 60%, 100%. Board has a power. Don't ask anyone. You do whatever you want. Sir, 60%, 100%, whichever is higher, 12 lakh, up to 12 lakh. Don't ask anyone. Don't ask shareholder. Don't ask anyone. It is your company. Do whatever you want. Up to 12 lakhs. Sir, fourth point. If company wants to exceed the above mentioned limits, then pass special resolution. What do you mean by this? Sir, 12 lakh, but a company wants to invest 15 lakh. Special resolution. Are you getting this point? Up to 12 lakh, don't ask anyone. After 12 lakh, you have to take special resolution. Understanding? So, now for example, if I have to talk about the authority, if it is up to 12 lakh, then first I will take board resolution. Sir, special resolution is required? Not required. I can manage. Sir, if it is 13 lakh, I'll take board resolution plus I have to get it approved in my shareholders meeting. That is, I have to take special resolution. Now let us come to the third person. Oh, PFI. Additional approval of public financial institution, that is PFI. Online people, any doubts? Additional approval of public financial institution if company has taken any term loan and such loan subsists. What do you mean by subsist? Exist. Sir, you can write exist only, no sir, first. You will write that only, no, in the exam. Correct, no? And then you will blame me. So if company has taken any term loan and such loan subsist, meaning what? Now what is the law saying? Take board resolution 60%, 100%. Sir, more than that, take special resolution. The law is telling, have you taken any loan? Yes sir. Is that loan still existing? Yes sir. Then the law is telling there is one more question. If that also you satisfy, you have to take the public financial institutions approval also to give that loan, make investment, guarantee or security. Sir, what is that question? Write down. Such approval is not required If loan proposed, or write down gilts, proposed gilts is within the limits plus no default has been made in repayment, yes. So what does the law say? Have you taken any loan? Yes, sir. Have you repaid loans on time? Yes, sir. How much money are you borrowing? Within the limit, sir. Do you require PFI approval? No, sir. The next question. Sir, how much loan are you proposing? That is, how much gilts you want to make? Is it within the limits? No, sir. It is more than the limits. Have you defaulted in repayment at any time? Yes, sir. Then you have to take prior PFI approval. So what does the law say? PFI approval not required when these two conditions are satisfied. Meaning what? You should have not made any default and you should be borrowing the money within the limits. 60%, 100% accordingly. And if at all such loan is still existing, if it is already repaid, then obviously we have no problem. So the loan is an ongoing one. If you are borrowing above your limits and have you made any default in the past, if the answer is yes, then you have to take PFI approval. Are you getting the point? Sir, if it is within the limits, both I am satisfying, then PFI approval not required. So past I have taken some loan, it is still going on, I have not repaid sometime in between, and the limits, it is not within 60%, 100%, it is beyond that, then PFI approval is required. Understood this part? Any doubts here? No doubts? Sure? Understood all the approvals, 3 approvals, board resolution, it should be a unanimous one. All the directors has to agree when it is within the limits. 60%, 100%, whichever is higher. Sir, if I am exceeding that limit, you have to take board and special resolution. Sir, if at all you have taken any term loan and if at all it is subsisting and the loan you are borrowing is beyond the limits, then you will be taking PFI approval also. It is not required when you have taken loan, it is still subsisting. However, it is within the limits and you have not made any default. Then no PFI approval required. Clear? Done? Okay. 6th one. Company shall disclose in financial statements about the particulars of gilts given. Okay. So whenever you are doing your financial statements, in that whatever gilts you have made, you have to disclose about that so and so investments or guarantees was made in this particular year. Yes, we'll stop it here. Thank you guys. See you.